Many brands have completely vanished or their reputation damaged, and it wasn't even their fault. Here are 3 supplement startup pitfalls to avoid. 1. The brand didn't price the product right. Many brands have underestimated the true cost of scaling up and priced their products too low, and that means less margins to grow your brand. Number 2, the brand copies another startup. Your competitors are also figuring it out, and many times they don't even know what the regulations are.
Yep, that's a good point. If your product's just like everybody else, you're not going to have a very good chance to market it effectively.
Just because they're in the market doesn't mean they're doing it in a compliant way. Number 3, brands tend to trust their contract manufacturer way too much. Manufacturers are great at making things, but they're also going to cut costs through reduced testing or reduced compliance unless you tell them otherwise.
He makes a good point. You want to have ownership of the formula. You want to decide what ingredients are in there. So if you leave that up to a contract manufacturer, yes, a lot of times they will use the cheapest form. That's why it's important to have a formulation team on your side that's representing the brand, picking the best, most bioavailable ingredients, sometimes regardless of cost. Like, cost isn't the only driving factor, and sometimes a more effective ingredient may only cost a couple cents more than the cheapest ingredient, and it will work a lot better.
Here's an example. A lot of manufacturers put the liability of FDA and FTC compliance on you, the brand owner.
FDA compliance.
And it's buried in the fine print of the contract. Be careful. Follow for more and find us on YouTube.
Manufacturing agreements can hide some of that information, but with a good manufacturer, that shouldn't be an issue. Usually manufacturing agreements also require the contract manufacturer to follow FDA regs and FDA compliance as well. This is Matt with Hydroscience, making sure you have the most effective forms in your product.